A maple tree in the Great Lakes area of North America is cut down. Those logs are processed into veneers, and then in Costa Mesa, California, a man by the name of Paul Schmidt, also known as the Professor, presses the veneers into a skateboard deck. 26 years later, that deck is sold for $1.15 million. When it sold in 2025, the average board was going for between $60 to $80 and maybe a few hundred for a complete. And it wasn't a Supreme board, so where's the value and what made that board so special? The answer is one man. It's a particular skateboarder who became the most well-known skateboarder in the world. Yeah, look, whether you know him from The Search for Animal Chin, or you only know him because he played his video games, Tony Hawk is the most well-known skateboarder in history. He was pro at 14, and he was skating for Pal Peralta. And at 16, he was already well-known in competitive circuits, winning 73 out of the 103 that he competed in. Later on, he did create his own skateboarding company, Birdhouse Skateboards. This was in 1992. And in 1995, the first X Games took place, with Tony Hawk being a prominent figure. And we fast forward a little bit to 1999. And this is the X Games where history was made.
The best vert skaters alive chased it for 10 years. So it's kind of like a legendary fish. Everyone's like trying to catch Catfish Hunter. This was the legendary trick that everyone was chasing.
900! 900! Oh!
The 900 wasn't just a trick. It was this televised battle and a successful landing that brought the excitement of skateboarding to living rooms across America. Now, the skateboard that we're talking about that sold for $1.15 million is the skateboard that Tony did the first 900 on. Now, hold on a second. Like, it's still just a skateboard, right? Just because someone famous did something first on it, does that really make it worth $1 million? I mean, what about the board that Rodney Mullen did the first kickflip on? You could argue that the kickflip is more revolutionary than the 900. It completely changed skateboarding. The same could be asked for the board that Steve Caballero did the first Caballerial on. Would that sell for the same amount? I mean, what about the board that the first Ollie was done on?
Someone's gonna talk about an Ollie, it's the biggest one ever done.
Since the origins of skateboarding, there's been constant change. From a hunk of wood on a roller skate base to the popsicle stick shape that we know today. And skateboards have gone through many iterations, from the banana boards to heavy and wide cruisers to shaped decks to now extremely dialed in popsicle stick shapes that can be catered to any skater.
We could check it mathematically.
I love this.
So I got this tool here. So here's the result of the truck, the board, the wheel. Okay.
The modern shape is largely thanks to Rodney Mullen. Freestyle skateboarding evolved into street skating, inside skating culture. It was a clear winner and caused the near collapse of vert. Today, with street league skateboarding, street skating has proven as a commercial success. But in the 90s, I think our cameras, they weren't the same as we have today, and our TV screens were a lot smaller, and we couldn't quite capture what we can today. So street skateboarding competitions maybe couldn't produce the same spectacle as vert. The 900 wasn't a trick that changed how people skate, but it definitely was a trick that showed the excitement of skateboarding to millions of people. And it did show skateboarders that something like that was possible. And doing so rooted Tony Hawk as the most well-known skateboarder. In that same year, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater released, and it was the third best-selling console game in 2000 the following year. Now the franchise is worth billions.
$1 billion they generated in sales.
That was always their big buzz, yes.
That's kind of the key right there to why a skateboard would be worth $1 million.
One of the most iconic boards.
Because it's only a portion of what the Tony Hawk name is worth.
But also, you become like the Michael Jordan of skating.
We look at all this and we put it together and we see, okay, well, Tony Hawk is the most well-known skateboarder. The 900 was a monumental moment in skateboarding. The value is pretty clear at this point. The skateboard that the 900 was done on isn't just a board anymore. It's a moment in history. A moment in history that probably influenced hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of people to try skateboarding themselves.
There are plenty of people that told me they started skating because they saw me in the X Games. That's the biggest honor, that's the proudest legacy I could possibly leave.
It was a moment that was seen around the world that showed how amazing skateboarding is, how amazing the community of skateboarding is, and you see it when everybody piles onto that ramp as soon as he lands the trick. And I think there's no way to determine that value. That skateboard is just a product of something so beautiful and so amazing that more than likely influenced so many kids to skateboard because they saw on their television a man battle with a trick and a man succeed at that trick. And it's something psychologically that a lot of people would have a huge benefit from. To not give up, no matter what. To battle with it until it's complete. No matter how hard you slam, no matter how many times you have to try, no matter how many little tweaks you make, don't give up. Because eventually,